Hope this Sainsbury is not too busy. All right, so get the big trolley or small. I think a small one would be all right, innit? All right, so you know what? I wanted to do something different today, right? So every week we do this vlog. I take you and I show you what's happening in my meetings, what's happening in my coaching, what's happening in my businesses, blah, 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 right? But today, I want you to show you when I come on my weekly shop, firstly, how long do I take and what I get. Precisely, like, I don't come here for window shopping. Well, if something catches my eye, then yeah, I'll stop and maybe look at something for a bit. But I come here, I get my stuff, and I'm out. Usually I order stuff on Deliveroo or on the online platforms. But sometimes I like coming in because I live by myself, right? And I don't really do too much cooking and that sort of thing. So I pretty much eat on the go. When I get into Sainsbury's, the first thing I do is I come to this section where they've got all these nice candles, right? And for some reason, even though I come here like a few times a month, I always see something that just catches my eye. So I just smell them all. Sometimes they look pretty from outside, but when you actually smell them, they actually don't smell nice. So I usually just like to pick one, right? This one. So what is this? It's the candle rhubarb and elderflower. I'm sure there's better ones. Let me just. Okay, this one. This one's nice. I don't think I've had this before. So this one's mint and peach. Yeah. So this is the first thing I get. Then from here, what I do is I usually go straight to the fruit section. Yeah, that aisle, yeah. Okay, so in my fruit section, the only thing I like to get here is oranges and pomegranate, right? But I've already got oranges at home, so I will just take one of these because I don't usually get them for 2-3 days. I usually just have something on the day. So later on I might fancy some pomegranate. All right, so let me just share what oranges I get, so just so you know exactly. So I like these small tangerines. I really like them. I also like these easy peelers, right? The reason why is because they're just easy to peel off. So I'll probably get 3, right? I'll probably get 3 because remember I'm doing shopping for 3 days. So I have one a day. I don't have more than one. No apples, not in apple season at the moment. Where else do we need to go next? That way. That way. No, that way, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, just come in, get some veg before we go up there. All right, so let me tell you something about veg. So as you guys know that have been following me recently, I hired a nutritionist, right? So when I hired a nutritionist, he told me that I need to get my greens in, right? And that is one thing I've been really slacking on. So because I eat on the go all the time, so what I decided to do was, he said, Ibby, why don't you just get some veg and just put it in, just warm it up and just have it. So because I just don't have time to do that. So avocado, well, I've already got avocado. So I have avocado, Well, let me tell you what I do. Where's raw broccoli? There it is. So literally what I've been doing is I've been having raw broccoli. Like I'll just take a piece off and I'll just eat it because it's just easier for me. I know some of you probably watching this thinking I'm a bit weird, but you know what? I'd rather just do that and have it in its raw form than, obviously I do wash it, but have it in its raw form than to boil it in water and just wait 20 minutes for, I just don't have time for that. So veg, this broccoli, I'll just have like a piece off and I'll just eat it raw. Yeah, you can eat it raw, yeah. And remember, like, you have to understand, these things grow from the ground up. So when they're grown, it's like, this is how it comes raw. And then it gets processed and all that. I just want it raw. So that's how I also recently have started having, but I've already got some, so we don't need that today. Actually, we do probably. Where's garlic and ginger? Garlic and ginger. Have they got there? No? Garlic and ginger. What I will do with ginger is I will literally have one piece, and every morning, well, after my gym session, as you can see, I've come from the gym, I'll rip a piece off and I'll eat it raw. Again, I'll have this raw. And usually people think that you can't have these things raw, but you trust me, you can. These are the things that when you have, they're just gonna keep you away from falling ill and stuff like that. So key, ginger is key in my life. Also garlic, but I can't find garlic. Oh, there it is. No? No. Where's garlic? We'll come back to it. Okay, so fruit section, veg section. Then usually, if it's anything I need up here. Okay, so let me. Okay, so let me share something about these juice sections, right? This is the worst thing you can drink. Like juices, all these like smoothies, so-called smoothies, they're the worst things that you can drink because everything is about managing your glucose levels, right? So you don't get huge spikes. Because if you wake up in the morning and have pancakes and have orange juices and apple juices, they have a lot of sugars in them. Again, with smoothies, again, they have sugars in them. So it's always good to have like whole foods because they are just going to serve you better. And because if you have a whole apple, for example, well, that's got fiber in it, right? So it's a whole food. It's better for you than having apple juice or an apple smoothie. So juices I just stay away from. This is something like I used to have, and I would still have this over something like it's got 20 grams of protein. But for me, like these yogurts, but again, for me, I go through seasons, and this season at the moment, like that's not something I'm having. So fruit, ginger, I'll have a garlic, again, 1 clove of garlic every single day. Bit of broccoli, that's my greens. There's only 2 places I shop, right? At the moment, so I think we need to get something from here. I shop from either Sainsbury's or I'll go to Marks and Spencer's because I get a few things from there as well. At the moment, and you know, in time that might change. Okay, so then what I'll do up here is in this section, I'll get, at the moment, the way I'm filling my protein in is through tuna, right? So let me look at, I'm so picky. Like it can't just be any tuna. It has to be the right, it has to be this tuna that doesn't have too much oil in it. So when you open it, click it open, like, you're not there draining oil for like 5 minutes. You know what I mean? And see, this is John West, right? So this is John West tuna. Now, the difference in both of these is that this, you have to open it with that, the opener, right? With this, you can just clip it open like you clip like a fizzy drink open. So everything's about, for me, making it easier for me. So this is 3 days, so I'll have this. Now with this tuna, I'll have, what I usually have is I mix it up between beans and chickpeas. Now some of you thinking like tuna, trust me, it's really nice. So I won't get the big one. This is the big one. I'll get the small one. So because I've got 3 tunas, I'll get 3 baked beans, yeah? So firstly, I'll get the no added sugar. And then, I know what some of you are thinking, like, well, that's got ketchup in it, that's got sugar in it. Yes, it has. So I'll wash these out. So what's that thing called that you... strainer? Not strainer. Where you know, if you put stuff, that it drains water. Sieve? Yeah, I think is that what it's called? Sieve? You do put tea in it as well, and you can drain whatever out. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll open one, I'll put it all in there, then I'll put it under the tap water. I'll just I'll wash it. So then washed beans with tuna, and like I'll mix it up. Like I said, either I'll get chickpeas or I'll get beans. But all these things have got good fibers in them. So my whole point is, at the minute, I'm in the season of just keeping my protein high, just keeping everything lean and clean. Okay, so then from here, I will go, if I need to get, let's go straight to waters. I'll go straight to waters. So you need to go right to the end and then take a right. So right to the end and right, yeah? And see, the thing is, like, I'm not gonna go in unnecessary shelves and like buy stuff. It's just because, oh yeah, I get eggs as well sometimes, but I've already got eggs, so I don't need eggs. These sections are just worse. These fizzy drinks, crisps. You know what I don't understand is, at the moment, it's a big like phase going on where everyone's talking about cereals. Like it's some healthy thing having cereals. Like if you actually look at some cereals here, right? Like they are very tempting, right? So you got Kit Kat cereal. Like I personally like Kit Kat, so like you would have them, right? You've got them cinnamon churros, right? You've got, I remember 10 years ago, there used to be so, like, there's just so many cereals now. Crunchy Nut, like, yeah, of course I do. But I do have them, of course I have these sometimes. Like, if I had to pick 3 cereals right now, I would pick Crunchy Nut, I would pick Cheerios, yeah, and I would pick Rice Krispies. Like, these are my favorites. But again, right now, I'm not in the season of like having these cereals. And to be honest, all these things, since this is the thing, right? Since I've been working with a nutritionist, and I've been understanding like everything's about like managing your glucose, so your spikes don't go high in terms of your sugar levels. Like, it just makes me think. I question everything now. You know, where I didn't used to question things before. And I'll tell you what I went through, what I used to love as well, bran flakes. And the reason I used to really like them was because they're really high in fiber. And fiber's good for you. So, again, I'm not going to have them today because I'm just not in that season. And you know what, to be honest, you can never ever go wrong with, not this, can never ever go wrong with Weetabix, right? So, I remember when I was growing up, I always used to have Weetabix and Rice Krispies and stuff like that, to be honest. But yeah, now it's like, it's mad because 10 years ago, when I used to walk past these aisles, I used to straight away go and pick them up. And then 5 years ago, I still used to pick them up. Then, like literally, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I started getting a bit more conscious of my health as I started aging, and I thought, well, these are really not good. And then when I hired a nutritionist and started looking deep into these sort of stuff, and then that's when I realized that flipping hell, like the reason why they make so much processed food like this is because, you know, it affects your health. So if it affects your health, it affects the way you think. If it affects the way you think, you're going to make stupid decisions. And if you make stupid decisions, what's going to happen? You're, you know, just going to go backward in life, right? And that's the whole process. Firstly, these companies are in the business of making you buy all this sort of stuff. And what most of you may not know is that, and I got told this by somebody who owns a supermarket, right? So let's just say Kellogg's, here, sorry. So let's just say Kellogg's, right? Cornflakes, for example, right? Now, we would all agree that cornflakes is a huge company. They're massive throughout the world. Like, they're just a huge company, right? It's a huge business. Now, what cornflakes will do is they will intentionally pay Sainsbury's to stock cornflakes on your on this shelf here, so it's right in front of your eyes, right? Where someone like this one here, for example, I don't know what this is, like it says bio and me, like granola, low sugar. It seems like some good for your gut, right? So if anything, if I was to look at it, this probably seems a bit more healthier, but because it seems like a newer company, they haven't got the budgets to spend, so they are on the top shelf. And someone might just miss that. That's all they've got. Where someone like cornflakes have literally got this section, and this section. Someone like Weetabix, who have huge budgets, have literally got 1, 2, 3 section, all covered, right? So these are all little things what these huge companies will do to get your attention, right? And the reason I'm telling you this is, and it won't matter to the normal person who's watching this, they'll never ever think about it like that, but this is what they do. So for example, Jaffa Cakes, right? So Jaffa Cakes is a huge company, right? Now, are they really good for you, Jaffa Cakes? Probably not. But they have paid Sainsbury's to be on this section and this section. This is not just random, they've just stocked it up here. This is, they've intentionally put this here on someone's eye section so they can watch it and think, oh, I want Jaffa Cakes. So I'm just letting you know these things. Like, this is all not good stuff. Now, I'm not preaching and saying that I never have this stuff. Trust me, when I'm on my cheat day, I will go and eat like hobnobs, Jaffa Cakes, and so much more. I'm having all these things. But as I've just got a little bit more conscious of how huge and big companies operate, like, I eat less. I'm not tempted to go there where 3-4 years ago it would have been part of my shopping to get maybe one of these. Oh, I'm going to have this on Sunday. No, I try not to. I try not to have them in the cupboards just because I know they're not good for you, right? That's what I'm saying. Okay, so then I come to this water section. Now, for me, water, drink a lot of water. So at the moment I drink this Volvic. So I'll get 3 of them for now. Now, the reason I get Volvic is because, not for any specific reason other than it's just easier to hold. So because it's got this like a square shape, the way they've done it, it's easier for me to hold that when I'm drinking. It's just more convenient than getting something like maybe this Buxton water. It just seems odd and awkward and just don't like it. I feel like if I open this, like quarter will just spill out. So that's the reason I just prefer to have Volvic. So I've got 3 bottles. Then from here, where will we go? Take a right here. I don't need no eggs, but I would get eggs if I need some eggs. Then I would, so I've got my protein. Now, if some of you are thinking, well, is that all you have? No, that's one meal. My second meal, usually I would have a protein shake with like 70 grams of protein. So like each scoop has 36 grams of protein. And in fact, I get my protein from here as well at the moment. Just take a left. Go, just keep going straight down. Yeah, for me, like at the moment, number one thing is keep control of my glucose, so my spikes don't go high, and keeping my protein high. I think you need to take it right here. Yeah. All right, so at the moment, this is where I get my protein from, yeah? So I do get sometimes these protein bars, chocolate brownie, 21 grams of protein, 1.2 grams of sugars. Like, I do like these. If I was to get anything out of all these, I might as well get one. So this is the protein. At the moment, I'm having this one. So where is it? There. Exactly this one, guys. So that's the, and I'm not sponsoring them or anything. This is just what I genuinely have. So each scoop has 36 grams of protein. It's got BCAAs. It's lean muscle. It's got no added sugar. So it still has sugar, but it's just no added sugar. Now, because each scoop is 36 grams of protein, I usually have 2.5, so that takes it up to 75 odd. So if I have like one protein shake a day, which is like, let's just say 75 grams of protein, then I'll have one meal with this, which is like around 40 grams of protein. So that takes it to 115, 120. Then I will have I'll have a macro, which I get from Marks and Spencer's. Obviously, I've already had it this morning straight after gym. That's about 20 grams of protein, so that takes it to 135. Like literally, like this is how I plan it. And then I usually have another meal, but I will probably, it depends what I'm doing. So if I'm traveling, if I'm meeting somewhere in a hotel, then I will try to have like either a chicken Caesar salad, or I will have some chicken. Like I do leave myself some room for like another meal of like 30, 40 grams of protein, which then takes you up to 160, 170. And you know, I only weigh between 70 and 80, so that's perfect for me. And I also go off the lean, my lean body fat mass, lean mass, yeah. That's what I've been told. So yeah, that's pretty much me. That's my shopping. As you can see, plain, simple, straight to the point. Now, there's a lot of things I'm not getting just because I've already got them, and I really wanted to show you what my weekly shopping looks like. And look, the reason I eat so clean and healthy is because just so I can perform at a good level. And trust me, like all these things count. Like, it's like depositing goodwill into your future, into your age. So, you know, you don't get old, get unhealthy, and start just losing yourself, really. And that's what most people do. So I just wanted to show you how I shop weekly. I wanted to do something different today. Yeah, I really hope that you found this, like, you got to know me a little bit more, and you got a good understanding of what I basically buy every week. I literally don't buy anything else. So For me, like I won't go in unnecessary shelves. Like, yeah, if I need some toiletries, I'll get them, but I don't need them. And pretty much like I'll get 3-4 days stuff like this. And the other reason I don't get like a full weekly shop sometimes is because if I'm traveling, and let's just say I've got like a full weeks of oranges, well, they might go off, right? Just because they're soft. Again, like they might go off. So again, with broccoli, if I get like 2 weeks worth or something, like again, it might just go dry and off, because once you open it, this is vacuum packed, right? But once you open it, then I guess you got to start having it, right? And if you don't, it's just gonna go off, isn't it? So, sorry. Do I need anything else? No. So that's it. I guess I'm gonna wrap up the vlog. And yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this. I know it's a little bit different, but let me know if you enjoyed this vlog, and I might show you something else next time. Now I've got a day full of meetings, boring meetings, and just decision making on whatever else is going on in my businesses. So yeah, I'll see you in the next vlog.